5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The final match begins! Okay, we have in the center of the arena the APOC, I believe, yeah, the APOC of Lucian sat there. The rest of the team is way far back. Drones have been dropped. Looks like we have Kellan's Executioner burning straight in to the action.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Kellan's going right in. Personally, I would fly this as more of a kiting setup rather than going in, because the APOC has a range advantage. The Sacrilege is most likely going to have hams. It can't do anything outside of 30 kilometers.
Yeah, it looks like the Sacrilege is the core damage prime of the APOC, but the Dragoon of the Kor Azor team taking a lot of damage. Azor team have gone straight onto the Tash Murkon on APOC, trying to get DPS off field as quick as possible, but now they're just dancing, getting into range, finding what they actually want to shoot, and just trying not to be tackled and caught down by the other side. Yeah,
Apophany, do you think they can break this Dragoon under Guardian reps? Now, the Dragoon doesn't typically have a high amount of resistances and tank, but it is getting ripped by a Guardian.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a Destroyer SIG versus those APOC guns, and the Purifier as well. Whoa, damage going all across, shields dropping, but now the Purifier
QC dropping really low,
Purifier
50% armor.
And Kellan going down quite quickly here. They need to catch this up. They need to get a kill before they lose those ships, or they will not have the DPS to break the Guardian in the end.
They are burning away, but it looks like Wasta QC slowly dying to drones. That Dragoon does have pretty decent drones.
Yeah, it looks like the TDs are going on the Omen, which would imply that they are in fact tracking the turret TDs rather than the missile TDs. Dragoon going down, Sarek going low, boosting back up. That was a dangerous volley coming in there. Another one going down. Oh, Sarek's got to be so careful. That ancillary only has so many charges.
We're seeing some damage onto the Omen now here. It looks like they can maybe break the Dragoon eventually, although he has pulled everything back
Guardian
now,
pilot.
saying that Wasta QC and the Purifier dropping dangerously low, and there's no logistics on that side.
Yeah, no logistics there. The Guardian holding everyone up fine, but Wasta in the Purifier taking so much damage. He's trying to do his best to burn out, but he is surrounded by a blob of Infiltrator ones. Okay, so Purifier continuing to go down, bleeding through his armor tank, barely wrapping, but he's not going to last for long. The Omen of Lysis now actually just there we go, being wrapped up, being caught by that Guardian.
Kellan Darklight here is joining his friend in the Purifier, starting to clear off some of those drones that are chasing him, it seems.
Yeah, Wasta just barely surviving now. Kellan taking some of that damage himself. We've got Maxine taking a few hits in the curse there. That is such a core to their team, having the newts on the Guardian. Looking screen behind me, they're being applied at the moment, but obviously with full off with newt, we can't really see how effective they're being. But looks like that Purifier of Wasta going down low again.
Oh, he's just on the edge of structure now.
Does he bleed the structure? Yes, he does, going down 2/3 structure. Down to a half, repping back up, down to 1/3. Purifier of Wasta in a lot of trouble here. Going down quarter of his structure, repping as best he can. The last of this structure barely hanging on. Wasta, such piloting, such control, but it's not going to be enough. He's going down, bleeding as best he can. I cannot hold this pitch for long enough. Azor, if you could just kind of get on. Yes! There we go! Purifier down! Okay, while that was happening, the Guardian and the Sacrilege taking a lot of damage here. We don't know the strength of the Guardian local tank. It may have been capped out by the curse already, which is why no reps are being applied.
Kellan Darklight going down shortly here, but so is Hoodie Mafia in the Sacrilege. The APOC is actually on top of him. It might have a grappler. It's going to apply full conflagration DPS.
Yeah, the Sac is webbed by a grappler or a standard webs going down to the bottom of its armor here. Kellan managing to pull out of damage range, but Narcissus and the Guardian as well, so low. And these are the two core ships of the Azor team. If they can take this down before they lose the curse or the APOC, they come straight back into this game. Kellan taking out, getting a lot of damage.
So that Sacrilege doesn't seem to be getting reps. Maybe the curse is just completely starting to work down the Guardian. One of the things that the frigates did a good job of is wasting a lot of time. What we mentioned at the start was that Lysis' team eventually are going to run out of cap charges and capacitor to the cursed newts, which are going to become an increasingly big problem as the match goes on.
Both the Guardian, the Sacrilege, the Guardian going into structure. This is the Logi ship. Everyone who watches the AT knows it's going into structure. No real damage on the Tash Murkon team, but the Kor Azor Guardian is going down. Half structure, a third structure. The Guardian's going and it's gone! Kellan Darklight team bring back the equalizer, but Kellan the Executioner suddenly in a lot of trouble.
Kellon Darklight probably going to go down here, but then it's a Sacrilege, Omen, and Dragoon versus Curse and Apocalypse.
I mean, how is the APOC fit? Is it active rep fit? Does it have that massive buffer they need to revert to? Kellon goes down, team captain gone. Trading blow for blow here in the final match. Neither team willing to give the slightest edge to the other. Every time a ship goes down, they immediately take another one down. We're at the 5 minutes remaining mark. We've just passed. Sacrilege Hoodie Mafia suddenly drops! It is Apocalypse Curse versus Omen Dragoon. They've got so much work to do on that APOC.
Yeah, I don't think they can win this. The Curse can outrange both the Omen and Dragoon. They can shut down the DPS of the Dragoon through both newts and potentially tracking disruptors.
Yeah. And you know, as with ECM, having to spread your newts across fewer targets is so much more painful. We see the Dragoon going down now, Omen taking damage as well. The APOC is still in full armor. Dragoon of Sarek taking damage. Lysis' Omen also going down. This isn't his invincible Omen Navy, this is just a regular Omen.
Yeah, he has swung a match right back by himself in a Zealot before, but an Omen is a much weaker ship, and he's up against two ships that are very dangerous.
Sarek in the Dragoon, falling down all the way through his weapon, he goes down! Omen bleeding into structure. This is the last ship. Tash Murkon may about to have a new Emperor, and the winners are Tash Murkon! Tash Murkon is victor.
Congratulations
That's
to
the thing,
the
that was
Tash
great.
Murkon champions. Really, really amazing work to both sides. But we now have a newly chosen empress of the Amarr Empire, Khadis Tash Murkon.
We certainly do. Khadis Tash Murkon moving up into the throne with an inauguration, if we're to follow the words of CCP Falcon, soon to follow.
I'm looking forward to it.
And if we could have both teams get up for a second and move back to their marks.
Truly amazing piloting from both sides.
Yeah, indeed.
Spectacular.